Hi there. So who are we speaking to?
Kaiden.
Alan.
Antonio.
Speaking to Tom. Tom is
Tom?
on, yeah.
Okay, Tom. Tom, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month
Oh,
as
okay.
we wrap it up, June. So we just wanted to have a conversation around that.
Yeah.
So just ask you a few questions and then hear what you think.
Okay. That's actually a really awesome initiative.
Uh,
June is ironic, I think, because it's the middle of winter, so I think it's actually when people feel it the most, mental health. So it's probably a good time of the year to actually speak about these things.
But wait, why is that? Why is that?
Well, maybe it's just personal for me. I think middle of winter is the hardest time of the year because the days are short and less things are happening. Everyone's kind of inside a bit more.
So you have more time
So
to
you
think
have,
about
I don't know,
stuff.
yeah, maybe you get a bit in your own head too much, which is probably where it all starts, isn't it?
So it's good to have conversations, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. So our first question is, what is the biggest mental health issue in men? You just take a few seconds more.
I'll take a few seconds, yeah.
no
That's a
worries.
good question.
Sorry, it's a think.
Sure.
Particularly men.
That is a tricky one because it's sometimes so multifaceted.
That's crazy. I think people believe that they're okay when they actually aren't. Or they try to convince themselves that they are okay when they actually need help.
I think right now it's a lack of purpose, probably.
How do they get to tell that they need help?
Crazy.
So if you think you're fine, you're fine.
Yeah, but I think that's the issue. I think society has sort of stigmatized asking for help. And they've made it seem criminal, if I put it like that. Yeah.
I would say it's to provide for your family. The stress, because life is not easy, and that plays a big factor.
With the current where the world's going, a lot of men's previous, like where they derive a lot of meaning in their life, is collapsing, and then they feel a bit trapped, is my perception of it. So whether that's things like a lack of spiritual meaning, religion or otherwise, or it's a lack of being able to provide for your family. That's been the typical things in history that men have looked for.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's causing a lot of the recent struggles with that.
The biggest problem is confidence.
Confidence.
Okay, and the reason I say that is, I think we need guys, boys, men to start stepping up. And the reason they're not stepping up is because of the confidence.
Why is it easier for women to speak out about their problems than men?
Society makes women seem like they're more emotional or intact with their emotions. And so it's like normal. It's not frowned upon.
Women are normally like the stereotype is you're more open emotionally and you're a good communicator.
Whereas men have to portray themselves as masculine and that they're able to just handle any situation.
Men, it's more I'm not saying this goes across the board, but the general theme of it is that you tough it out, you get on with it. Life's that's just life.
Yeah.
And I think we need to make a culture that's a bit more sensitive
And friendly
towards these
towards
things.
it, yeah.
We're all tough nuts. we don't share. We don't share.
You don't think women share?
Yeah, women share,
Ah.
but men, we normally tend to bottle up everything up there. Just carry on. We compartmentalize.
I don't know if it's different for men or for women, but I know there are many things that you can do to. What I really think it is just confidence, is to increase your confidence.
This is a bit personal, so if maybe you're not comfortable, you can just let us know. Okay? So have you or anyone close to you ever struggled with mental health issues?
Yeah.
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 My wife suffers from depression, so that is close to her, and it's been rough, to be honest. But when you work together, it's possible to work through it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get into it, yeah?
I can.
Okay.
In high school, one of my closest friends struggled with their mental health, and I think it's very difficult to tell. She did end up committing suicide, but it was a very big shock. I mean, people who go through very tough things sometimes don't speak about it. Yeah.
A couple of friends quite close to me that have struggled with them, with mental health. I won't go too much into specifics, but a couple of years back, one of my friends tried to commit suicide, and that was really tough moment. It was during COVID, which I think was when a lot of people it really hit mental health issues, and that's what really started me thinking about. That's the first experience in my life that I had with it, and it was difficult because you don't see it coming always. And since then, I've had a couple cases of my friends, opening up to me about that.
Yes, I haven't, but I know some friends that have, and you can call it mental health issues, but maybe you're just not who you ought to be, or who you could be, and then it's those little steps.
So someone who's going through that, how do they seek help?
Speak to somebody. It doesn't necessarily need to be a professional. You and your best friend can have a heart-to-heart. Just don't bottle everything up.
I think it's just a comfortability thing. I mean, I'm also someone who doesn't really speak out. And at the end of the day, I think if the person thinks they can handle it, and they end up handling it, then I think it should be fine. But also I think people's friends should be open and aware to seeing if their friends are going through something. I think it just takes a very great skill to be able to tell when your friend is not okay. Yeah.
Can I add on that?
Yeah. So I think when it comes to like your friends and stuff, it's kind of important to just check in on a regular basis. Like, it doesn't have to be like that deep. You don't have to do like a whole background check on the emotions. But I think the one thing that I always do is just to make sure that I keep tabs on my friends. So whether it's like messaging them, if I see them on campus, like, hi, how are you? Like, are you okay? And especially like my friends and housemates will know, a lot of times they'll be like, you look sad, you look upset, like, what's going on? Like, I do sometimes pry, but it's just more because I care about them.
I think that's the most important thing that we have to do to stop it going too far, is opening up about it and making a space where people can feel completely free to open up about it. So it's just being, an attentive friend, noticing some signs and being there to talk about these things. Because I have had personal experiences with it, and not myself being too depressed, but other people in my life, and I can see how it affects them quite a lot.
Best thing you can do, the first thing you should do, is go to the gym. Do some bicep curls. Do some squats. All right, look in the mirror and look at your muscles and just feel better about yourself. All right. Second thing you should probably do is, make your bed. Get yourself together. Put on a nice set of clothes. All right, and just feel confident about yourself. I think that's exactly what we need. It's some boys with some big balls. All right. And then thirdly, get good at something. I don't know, if you're a soccer player, get really good at playing soccer. If you're a mathematician, start doing extra problems. If you're a carpenter, chop some more wood. I don't know.